Hey tennis lovers, what's up? Welcome back to another amazing episode of Tennis Love. Carlos Alcaraz produced the perfect ending to a perfect fortnight, beating Casper Ruud in the US Open final on Sunday to win his first Grand Slam singles title. Widely regarded as one of the best young players in the game currently, the 19-year-old's banner year keeps getting better. Despite being taken the distance in his 3 previous rounds, the teenager made the brighter start on the night, breaking decisively early on before taking the opener. Ruud provided an emphatic response, dropping only 2 games, as he drew parity on the night. Alcaraz squandered an early break in the third, which almost came back to haunt him, as he had to save 2 set points while serving to stay in the set in the 12th game. The teenager, though, played a near-perfect tiebreak to take an all-important 2-1 lead. Alcaraz then rode a lone break in the 4th to create history, becoming the youngest major winner since Rafael Nadal, 2005 Roland Garros, and the youngest to win the US Open since Pete Sampras, 1990. The triumph also made him the new world number 1, the youngest player to do so. On that note, here's a look at the 5 youngest players in ATP rankings history to become world number 1. Number 5. Andy Roddick, 21 years, 66 days, 2003. Andy Roddick remains the only American man to win a Grand Slam singles title this century. Roddick won his lone major title at the 2003 US Open, beating Alcaraz's current coach, Juan Carlos Ferrero, in the final, to climb to second in the rankings. A few weeks later, the then 21-year-old American ascended to the summit of the singles rankings. In the process, Rod joined a list of illustrious compatriots like Pete Sampras, Andre Agassi, John McEnroe, and Ginny Connors to become the world's top-ranked player. Roddick's reign as world number 1 to 13 weeks proved short-lived though, thanks to the emergence of a certain Roger Federer. Number 4. John McEnroe, 21 years, 15 days, 1980. John McEnroe is one of the youngest players to become world number 1. The left-hander did so just 2 weeks after turning 21 in 1980. The 7-time major winner played an unforgettable 5-set final against Bjorn Borg at Wimbledon that year, finishing second best. However, he beat the Swede in another 5-set affair in the US Open final to successfully defend his title. Earlier in the year, he surpassed his great rival to become the new world number 1, a position he would occupy a record 14 times in his career. Number 3. Marat Safin, 20 years, 298 days, 2000. Marat Safin became the youngest player to become world number 1 when he beat Mark Philippoussis in the Paris Masters final in 2000. Earlier in the year, the then 20-year-old beat Pete Sampras in the US Open final to win his first of 2 major singles titles, becoming the first Russian player to win the tournament. Safin, who also won the 2005 Australian Open, occupied the top spot for 9 weeks in his career. He narrowly failed to end 2000 as world number 1, as Gustavo Kuerten beat Andre Agassi in the final of the season-ending ATP Finals to pip the Russian. Number 2. Lleyton Hewitt, 20 years, 266 days, 2001. Lleyton Hewitt capped off a banner year in 2001 to become the then youngest player to become world number 1. Weeks after beating Pete Sampras in the 2001 US Open final, the then 20-year-old Australian beat Sébastien Grosjean in the season-ending ATP Finals in Sydney to become the world's top-ranked player. Hewitt would occupy the spot for 80 weeks in his career, a mark surpassed by only 9 other players. Number 1. Carlos Alcaraz, 19 years, 129 days, 2022. In a winner-takes-all title match at the US Open, Alcaraz beat Ruud to become the newest Grand Slam winner and the new world number 1. With the triumph, the Spaniard became the first teenager to become the world's top-ranked player, beating Hewitt's previous record by almost 1.5 years. 2 weeks ago, Alcaraz was one of 5 players who could leave New York as the world number 1. With defending champion Daniil Medvedev, 4-time winner Rafael Nadal, and 2021 Roland Garros finalist Stefanos Tsitsipas failing to reach the last 8, Alcaraz and Ruud were in a direct shootout for the top ranking after reaching the final. Eventually, it was Alcaraz who reigned supreme to deny Ruud the opportunity to become the first Norwegian player to become world number 1. So guys, this was all about today's video. Share as much as you can. That really motivates us to create more content for you guys. With this we end our video. Hope you liked the video.